Alrighty, folks. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Old Football League on Roblox Sporting Network. How is everyone doing tonight? And of course, we have a very special night on hand as we have a mental health awareness night. As I wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of that here in this playoff game, as mental health is something that we all struggle with, especially in the modern day. It's incredibly difficult to deal with. But one thing I wanted to say before we all begin is how proud of all of you I am each and every day. And you guys should always be proud of yourselves in the best way that you can be. I know people try their hardest to accomplish their best. And I just know as humanity, as a kind, that we do that. And I wanted to say that from the bottom of my heart, that you guys always do an amazing job being the best that you have been. Everyone who I've interacted with throughout this platform, I know they do their best to be the best person that they can be each and every day. I want to thank you guys for that. I also wanted to thank you guys for the warm words yesterday. It really does mean a lot to me. And truly meant everything to me. To open up about what I've been struggling with recently, and one thing I will say is it's very hard to open up. And of course, I want to say before I open up about my stuff, I want to say never be afraid to open up, especially to people who you trust. It's okay to have weaknesses, and it's okay to not be okay. At the end of the day, we all have our flaws. We all have things that we struggle with. But in the meantime, how is everyone doing here tonight? I hope everyone's having a great night. I definitely am having a better night today than I was yesterday. I'm happy to have you guys here. Thank you, Lord. So I'm going to open up about me personally, what I've personally been struggling with. Is open up on that once I shout the stream here. Shoot. I would hope if I have the right message here. 1 second, guys. My loud typing is loud, as you guys know. So, yeah, what I was going to say is, so me personally lately, a lot of my friends moved away, who I was close with. Pretty much everyone, as you know, as you get older, they all move away. So that's been very difficult. And meeting new people is incredibly difficult. And I've learned that the hard way. One thing I've learned is if you message people on social platforms trying to meet people, they think you're weird. So that's nice to know. So I've been struggling meeting people. It's been incredibly difficult for me. And it felt very lonely lately. So that's where I've been struggling. And I've always been one who, over the summer, is where I struggle the most with my my depression and anxiety. And especially right now when I am going through a med change, it has been very challenging. But I do want to thank you guys again for the words yesterday. It actually really brightened up my day. As lately I've really been feeling lonely and alone and not understood. But yesterday you guys helped with that. And I really do want to thank you guys for that. And for that I really am grateful for all the warm words. Today I do want to open up the chat to #AskKingo. If you guys have any questions about mental health, I'm always happy to help out with that here. As this is going to be my last stream before taking a little bit of a hiatus to focus on myself and all that. As if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer. If you guys are, I understand, like I said, it's hard to open up. Never be afraid to open up to someone who you trust, but I understand it is hard to open up. So if you guys are having trouble opening up, you can always feel free to message me in the chat. Not in the chat, excuse me, on Discord. And I'd be happy to help out. Again, I thank you guys so much for being here. I will try to focus on the game as much as I can tonight for these two teams, which are both exceptional football teams. And I thank you guys again for the support. How is everyone doing tonight? Happy to have you here. And I just want you to know one more time how much the kind words have really uplifted me in a time where I am not at my best. And again, I know how hard it is to open up with struggles. I've always known that. And I've been working on that, and that's one thing why maybe I don't always get the everything addressed that I need to, because it is very hard to open up, and I get that. With that said, kickoff here just moments away. Toros and Vikings about to go head-to-head. Lamont and Kelvin, two of the best in the game. I think I shouted it right. Yeah, I think I did. Okay, good. How's everyone here tonight? And bear with me here, folks, while I check a thing or two. If anyone has any questions, by the way, again, feel free to hashtag AskKingo while we begin the game here. Kelvin on the return to the left side, and Kelvin up to the 15-20 yard line, and Kelvin, good return here. Of course, Kelvin and the gang coming on out. Of course, here we go, waiting on in is Kelvin here in a huge game. There's definitely got to be some nerves for him. Of course, these are maybe the two best quarterbacks of all time, and I was going to touch on a thing or two here in just a second, but of course, this is a game that could mean a huge thing in the legacy debate going forward. Depending on who wins this, as Soul Snag makes the catch over Lillard, and Soul Snag to the 7, taken down for a decent gain. Well, good play there for Soul Snag, and he gets the catch beyond the 10-yard line, inside the 10. Well, of course, when you look at the legacy debate between these two, I think maybe the biggest game in the history of the league in terms of a legacy game might be that season 37 OWC championship game between the Rattlers when Kelvin was the quarterback and the Sunbirds where Lamont was the quarterback, where Kelvin, of course, won that game, went to the Victory Bowl, and wound up winning that Victory Bowl. Because that was a game where, if you think about it, Kelvin, if he loses that game and Lamont wins that game, that'd be a game where really it becomes then, instead of 7-3 right now, it might be 6-4. But instead, it is a 7-3 lead, a pretty healthy lead for Kelvin in that Victory Bowl race. And of course, Lamont, maybe the guy chasing him the most. Kelvin here, though, does score a touchdown in the opening possession, and Kelvin's kick is good to make it now 7-0. Well, of course, how is everyone doing here, my friends? Welcome on in. Happy to have you guys here for tonight's game. Of course, keep you guys updated on the scores of the other games ongoing right now. This extra point would actually be called back for a penalty. By the way, 30-29 right now, the Sunbirds trail, but with the ball deep in opponent's territory and between the Sentinels and the Firecats. I'll get you guys a score update on that as well. In the meantime, the Toros going to kick the ball away to the Blue Steel City Vikings, who get their first possession of the night here. Here comes the kick. Going to be fielded here by the return man Lamont, and Lamont on the right side return. Lamont going to the 15-20, and Lamont at the 25, and taken down to the 25-yard line. How's everyone doing here? I don't know if I don't know. Is anyone typed in the chat, or am I blind? I might be blind, so help me if there is typing in the chat. I cannot personally see anything, but yeah. By the way, the Firecats beating the Sentinels 40-14. That game's a shellacking right now. And Lamont here on their left side, buying some time here. And Lamont stepping up down on the right. Has some time, pumps a couple throws, and Lamont here All the way back on the left side. Throws down the middle. It's going to be caught by Keybinder. And Keybinder with a catch to the 50. And still going near the 47-yard line. Good throw there and catch from Lamont to Keybinder. By the way, guys, reminder, if you guys have not yet subscribed or liked the stream yet, make sure you guys do so. As, of course, 7-0 lead here for the Toros. But Lamont getting his first shot with the football here with 3:55 to play in the opening quarter. Left side roll for Lamont now, peeling out left. Rolling out to the right side, buying some time. And Lamont now looking out to the left side, has some time, and throws to the right side. It's going to be caught there by Keybinder and taken by Kelvin there at the inside the 15 to pick up a first down and goal. So I'm going to be going on a little bit of a hiatus. Don't know how long at the moment. Probably at least a month and a half of a hiatus from streaming for a little bit. Just while I, regroup my creative. I will say I will be active probably in terms of the Raptors as well as... So, I'm going to be active with the Raptors, trying to help them out with their whole season, next season. I'll be active. I'll be around, but I'm going to be a little less active. So I'll be active with the Raptors. And the other thing I'm thinking about doing is possibly looking into video creation for next season, where you can work more at your own pace and do what you got to do. I might be uploading YouTube videos here and there, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. In the meantime, now a third down and goal for Lamont and the Vikings. As here comes Lamont now waiting on in with a third down and goal with 3:05 to play in the opening quarter. Takes the snap, goes to the left side, buys some time, and Lamont now stepping up pressure backwards by Raheem. Now throws back end zone, caught by Keybinder, in for the touchdown, 7-6. So a 7-6 lead now for the Toros as they cut into that lead here. Hey, I appreciate that slip. How you doing, my man? Good to see you. By the way, Sunbirds now lead the Twisters, late in the fourth there, with 2 minutes to play in that one. Bailey has the ball, trying to drive it down the field. Make sure you guys go tune over that one over on Meow's channel. Here we are now, folks, waiting on it. Again, guys, if anyone has any mental health questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. I'm always happy to help out, whether it be, whatever, or even if you want to remain anonymous, feel free to message me on Discord. I'm happy to check them out and give the best advice I can on stream. Or if you don't want it to be on stream and just reach out one-on-one, I'm always happy to help out, as we are very grateful, you guys. Yeah, I'm in the middle of a process of changing medications, and it's probably part of the reason I've not been my full self lately. I admit I've not been myself, both in real life and on Roblox. I've definitely not been my real life self lately. In real life, I can say I've been having a lot of panic attacks and stuff, and just a lot of really bad anxiety and depression. So, hopefully that will work out. But no, my other medications were causing physical problems, mostly with liver and kidney stuff. So that's not good. So we had to switch that around. I've been taking those for a couple years, but unfortunately, liver and kidney problems are a thing. That's not good. As the right side roll for Kelvin now throws right side caught by Raheem, and Raheem inside the 40, inside, and take it down there. I'm trying my best. That's all you can do. I will say I'm very grateful to have supportive parents, especially when all your pretty much, long story short, again, all my friends kind of moved away, pretty much to the other side of the state, and I'm just like, wow, I'm stuck here. I don't have many people on my side, it feels like, so it's been a little challenging there too. Usually my comfort and security blankets, you could refer to them as, I don't know what you'd call them. They have not been able to be around as much, which is unfortunate. 2:05 to play the opening quarter now. Right side roll for Kelvin. And going out to the right side, buying some time. Kelvin out to the left side, buys some time here. Rolling out to the left. And Kelvin here. Has some time. Pressured out to the left. Yeah, throw deep ball to the left side is going to be incomplete. Now 3rd down and 11 here. What's my day like when I'm not streaming? Honestly, I mean, so, you want the truth? A lot of it is trying to connect with people. I struggle. It can make it worse. It can help. It depends on the day. Slip. It depends on the day. I'd say overall, it definitely can. But I struggle with aspects of it. One thing I struggle with OFL, one thing that I always struggled with is when I get overwhelmed with something. And OFL can be a very overwhelming situation when there's like, 50, 60 people in the server typing at once, having a discussion. It can be overwhelming. And that's exactly when, for instance, when you see those quote-unquote crash outs, that's because I get overwhelmed and I don't know how to communicate in those moments. And when I don't know how to communicate in those moments, essentially I kind of lose control of my actions to an extent, because it's essentially a form of like sensory overload where I start like panicking and not knowing what I'm doing. If that makes sense. Left side roll for Lamont. Lamont now out to the 11. Which is a very common thing for... So one thing with people like me who have autism is typically the term is a meltdown, because a meltdown is something where it's very hard to have control over what's going on, because you just at the point where you're overwhelmed and your body is not responding to what you need to. So one thing about me, I'm sure you guys have seen it here and there on my streams, I have a sensory pencil, or a stress pencil, that like I use to flip around. But sometimes, again, in the heat of the moment, you kind of just lose track of everything as you're getting overwhelmed. It's one thing that can be very challenging. Money with a good pass, though. What a pass to Keybinder. Keybinder inside the 20, inside the 15, and Keybinder down to the 13-yard line, and the first down set up for Keybinder and the Vikings as they're inside the 15 with a first down and goal set up for the Vikings. By the way, guys, we'll get you guys a quick score update over on the Sunbirds game. That one has 15 seconds to play. It's a 3-point game over in that one, so make sure you guys go tune into that one over on Meow's channel. Sunbirds trying to defeat the winner, defeat the Toros or Twisters there. Of course, the winner of that game will face the winner of this game. Touchdown, by the way, for the Toros down the middle there on the strike. Lamont with a beautiful pass for the touchdown. So it makes it now 13-7 here. I'm 25. I'm an old man. Ancient, you might say. Yeah, I'm an old man. What's the term that they use? A geezer? An unk? I don't know what the kids say nowadays. I'm too old to know what the kids say nowadays. Do the kids still say tubular? I'm chill. That's a lie. No, it's honest to God truth. I'm 25. Born in the year 2000. I'm an old man. No, for some reason that's been like my word I've been using lately is tubular. Like it's the 1992, bro. I wasn't even alive in 1992, but that's where we're at. Throw to the right side. Nice pass the outside. They're going to be a catch there. You're not old till you hit 3 digits, so I got some time then. Well, I'm already a quarter of the way there, so I don't know. Make of that as you will. First and 15 here. Is going to be Kelvin on the right side. 10 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Down by 6 right now. Left side roll for Kelvin. And Kelvin throws to the left side. Deep ball outside. 1-on-1 incomplete. Brings it now a 2nd and 15. So, by the way, the Twisters come back from down 21-0 to defeat the Sunbirds And they will be advancing to the OWC Championship game to face the winner of this game. Right now, 13-7 is Lamont on the right side. Going out to the right, feeling on backwards. And Lamont stepping up to the left now, going to the right. And Lamont is going to be out to the right side. Pumps a couple throws. And Lamont throws to the right side. It's going to be caught there. Oh! Hold up. Did he fumble the ball there? I'm confused there. I think it was tackled first. So it should be a tackle and then he X'd it. I don't know why players still decide that's a good idea to try that, but they do. They're down to 3 now. With Kelvin waiting on in here. How's it going, Julian? Good to see you, man. As Kelvin throws to the left, it's going to be caught by Raheem, and Raheem to the 20. And Raheem there makes a good grab. One thing... So, I'm going to tell you guys a story that happened at work. I don't know if I told you guys this story yesterday. I might have, but I'm going to say it again. Because why not? So, pretty much, I won the Employee of the Month award at my job, which I'm proud of. I worked hard at that. Try my best. For those of you who don't know, I am very, very... If I commit to something and I want to do it, I'm someone that I commit to things. So, like, even my job IRL, even if it's just the grocery store, I show up with the attitude going to my job at the grocery store every day that I'm going to be the best employee and best person I can possibly be. Each and every day. Because that's the attitude that I try to have, you know. Try to be the best at what you're doing each and every day that you can possibly be. So with that, I pretty much, I won the Employee of the Month award. I've won it a couple times, and there's this old guy there who works there, and he's such a jerk to me. And every time I win it, he just insults me for winning it because he's like mad that I win because he doesn't like me. Yeah, no, he gets super mad at me. He's like, "How could they give it to you? You're an idiot, bro." I take a lot of pride in my work. Same with like the streaming and stuff, and that's why I take things so personally when I get criticism. I don't mind if someone gives like constructive criticism, but like when people are like, "Oh, your streams suck," that's why I take that very personally, because I take a lot of pride in it because I work very hard at it. I don't mind if someone's like, "Hey, you know, if you did this, this could be better." It's when the people use it as a form of an insult. That's what it's like. Oh, I'm giving it my all out here. And it's one thing I need to not take things so personally. Because I do take things very, very personally. I always have. And I try my best to, you know, and one thing I've always tried to do is not fight hate with hate, because that's not going to get you anywhere. I've always tried to, if people are hating on you, try to fight them back with love. But it can be difficult at times, man. So it can be challenging. How's it going? RP, are you new here? But if so, good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Hey, T-Man, good to see ya. T-Man, that was a heck of a game the other day, by the way, that you had me streaming. That was a heck of a game. The left side is gonna be caught there on the outside by Ryu, and Ryu to the 41, and it's taken down. Vikings trail by a point right now. They are coming in as the favorites tonight. I appreciate that, T-Man. I really do. I try my best. I really, really do. As the left side roll now. It's going to be Lamont throw down the middle. It's going to be caught there. A decent game. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. It really does mean a lot. I try my absolute best to do the best I can. Touchdown for the Vikings, by the way. There you go. Yeah, you had a horrible first quarter. I'm not going to sugarcoat that bit. That was a heck of a game, though. It lived up to every ounce of the hype. How's it going, Bacon? Good to see you, my man. How's it going? Alright, 1 second. Sorry, folks. Bear with me here for 1 second. Just typing a quick message here. There we go. I appreciate it. You know, it's easier some nights than others. You know, some nights I'm just exhausted, and right now I'm pretty tired. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a tired individual here. But now Kelvin taking on over here, 14-21 right now with 3:14 to play in the second. I can't read quarters, guys. As the right side row for Kelvin, buying some time, pumped a couple throws, and Kelvin gonna get sacked by Clown at the last second. One thing about Kelvin is, you know, he's a resilient guy. He's won 7 championships. He's not someone who's going to go down without a fight. These are 2 of the best quarterbacks, if not the 2 best in the history of the game, going head-to-head here in the divisional playoffs. And it's always fun when these 2 get together and play in a game. And, of course, right now, Lamont has the upper hand of the game, but a good throw to the outside. Solstag makes a grab and cuts for the first down, taken up by Lillard, and moves the sticks. 2:34 to play. Of course, Vikings get the ball to start the second half. Currently, you're leading by 7. Clock sits at 2:15. They'll be able to run it down to maybe about the 2-minute warning after this play. Or during this play, rather. As Kelvin now with 2:06 takes the snap, goes stepping up left. And has some time here. 2-minute warning after this play is the right side roll for Kelvin. Caught by Raheem, and Raheem cuts back to the first down marker and sits at about the 45 on the plus side of the field. I mean, it would be too far away, honestly. It would be the problem then. My bed's a little too far away, and I wouldn't be able to see the action. I wouldn't be able to see, and I wouldn't be able to talk, and you probably wouldn't hear me that much. So now first down and 15 here for Kelvin. Kelvin now waiting on in. Minute 20 to play. Kelvin goes out of the left side. Has some time here in Kelvin. Moving on backwards on the left. And Kelvin going left side. Under a minute to play in the opening quarter here. Or opening half, excuse me. As Kelvin steps up all the way back. Throws it away. Incomplete. If they're going to argue for a grounding here, they might. I don't think that was grounding. It looked like throwaway. That was a clean throwaway. We're down a second down and 15 from about the 17-yard line. Of course, Kelvin and the gang here coming on in. Very different roster from those typical Kelvin teams. No Vange, no a couple of those other guys. Reaver, you know, them here on this Kelvin team. But, of course, throw to the left side is going to be caught there, and inside the 10, cuts back, and they're going to play for the third down here. Timeout from the Vikings. Mont's going to get the ball here in the first half, again, it seems. Barring anything very unusual, but it seems like there's a good chance he's going to get the ball back in this first half. By the way, right now we can confirm that the the Firecats are in complete control over the OEC Championship game. So, of course, that should be able to punch a ticket to the Victory Bowl. Of course, the winner of this game goes to the OWC Championship game, which will be, of course, between the winner of this game and the previously winner of the game earlier tonight, the Twisters. So the huge fourth down here for Kelvin all the way back. And Kelvin all the way back to his own side of the field. He's going to wait here patiently with 19 seconds to play before halftime. It's just going to be a toss here, and Kelvin, pressured by Clown, he's going to throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And with 12 seconds before halftime, the Vikings have a chance to take a 2-possession lead here before the half. They're going to challenge for a lag warning on Clown. It did look like he caught up to Kelvin rather quickly there on the play. So they are going to challenge it. I don't think that's a bad challenge by any means. See how that one will play out here. Well, 3:05 to play in the fourth quarter of the OEC Championship game. Right now, 62-28. The Firecats lead the Sentinels in that one. The Firecats dominating their game. And they're going to give them a first down. They want the clock reset. I think that the Toros can elect to keep it at 12, right? Yeah, they're going to elect to keep it at 12, and that's what they'll do. Smart choice there. So Lamont might not get the ball after all after the lag warning is called on Clown. That's a big lag warning. It's going to really make a difference there. That's a great question. I mean, I've always had my self-doubts. I've always had them. I'm always going to. It's about channeling that into the most positive thoughts I can have. I'm someone, you know, everyone's going to have their own insecurities, no matter what. It's about how you handle them, and certain people handle them better than others, and, you know, certain people have more than others. But one thing is, and I want you guys to always remember this, and sometimes I struggle to remember this. I love you guys very much. Like, in terms of, you guys are awesome. And everyone, and this goes for people who are watching the stream, and I know everyone is a good person at heart. I truly believe that. And I believe the more and more we treat people with love and respect, the more and more we will continue to, you know, heal as a society. It sounds so cringe, but trust me. I know what I'm talking about. You know, I probably don't. But anyways, not the point. But no, jokes aside, I mean, I know the more and more we treat others with love and kindness and respect, the more happy we will all be. Yeah. It sounded really cheesy, though. I admit that. I give full word that sounded incredibly corny. Lamont here going to get taken down with 6 seconds before halftime. This is going to be a huge Hail Mary here. Yeah, this is going to be a big play before halftime. Lamont here. Yep, they only rushed 3. Oh, wow. As Lamont here. Going up to the right side. Yeah, they're going to get to the end zone. That was a mistake to only rush 3. They should have brought an extra rusher. Lamont going to flip a throw to the end zone, which will be picked off by Soul Swings. Was it Soul Swings or Soul Snag? I couldn't see which one it was. It looked to be Soul Snag, which will bring us to half, tied up 21 apiece. And that is the score. So with that, we got a 21 apiece game here. Kick off for the second half. And they skipped the halftime. Rare there. Yeah, I know. I mean, it did sound corny. I probably could have worded it a little better. But, you know, what can you do? End of the day, what can you do? All you can do is give it your all in most things in life. By the way, thank you guys for the subscribers coming through. I don't know why I'm not getting notifications for that. I do apologize, but I do appreciate the subscribers coming through. I might have to look into getting the notifications for that. Currently 21 apiece here, 4:55 to play in the third. Went for a doozy of a second half. I just say that out loud. I don't know, man. Lamont out of the left side, throws to the right. It's going to be incomplete. Brings him down, second down and 15 for the Vikings. Of course, Lamont here and the gang having the game, which is right now chance to get back to the conference championship for the, what season would it be? Would be the 8th season in a row they would get to the conference championship. They've been to the Victory Bowl the past 6. Lamont's teams have. But now a 3rd down and 15 and a chance to punt here. Force a punt, rather, if you're the Toro defense. So big play here defensively for the Houston Toros. And offensively for the Vikings is the left side roll now for Lamont. Pumps the throw. Goes out to the right side, and Lamont now rolling out left. Buys some time, and Lamont spinning out. Pressured. It's going to be caught there by Chain, and Chain the 45 and cuts back down at the 40. Rather, at the 44, excuse me. Brings him down with 1st down and 15. Big 3rd down conversion there for Lamont. Standing in, pressure in his face, and delivers a strike for the 1st down. Lamont here going to the right side now with 4:14 to play. Going out to the left side. Lamont pressured. Stepping up now. Going to the right. And he's going to roll out and he's going to run here out to the 40 and out to the 36. Then. DM me on Discord, Ben. By the way, I don't know what your Discord is, so can you message me on Discord? As now 4 minutes to play here. Left side roll for Lamont. Lamont going out the right side. Now spinning out left. Throws to the left side. They're going to be caught by Damables. And down at the 33. There's going to be a challenge here for Raheem. I want a challenge for a false start on Chain. They only won a challenge earlier tonight for a false start, and the Vikings already walking back. They seem pretty convinced that it was a false start. Oh, I said Vange wasn't on this team for the Toros earlier. I apologize. He's actually on the field right now. I didn't even realize that was him. Again, still a lot of the typical Kelvin guys are not on this team. You see a couple different guys like, Soul Swing, and Raheem, who are typically not those Kelvin guys that you think of when it comes to those rosters. Now going to be 1st down and 15. So here we go. As now, 2nd and 17. Here we go. Ball sits at the 46 is the left side roll for Lamont on 2nd and 17. Going on backwards to the left side. Throws down the middle. It's going to be caught there by Ryu. And Ryu inside the 15 and down to about the 14. Taken down. Not before he picks up a 1st down. So good play there for the offense of the Blue Steel City Vikings, who every time it seems like they have a 3rd or 2nd down and long, and those clutch plays, they seem to make it happen every single time. And it's not just in this game, it's across the past 6-7 seasons. These Lamont teams seem to always show up in the big moments. As Lamont going to the left side, rolling right, buying some time. Lamont under duress. He has to be careful here. Rolling on backwards is Lamont, as he's got receivers covered up across the board. Now someone sneaks open the back of the end zone, and a laggy server forces an incomplete pass. There was a heck of a lag spike there across the entire server. Let's see if it's going to count here. Might need to put a game lock on. They're arguing for a redo. See if they do put in a game lock or something. But yeah, they're going to get back to a 1st down and goal. Absolutely makes sense. 100% the right call. The throw down the middle is going to be caught down the middle and a touchdown there now, 27-21. The Vikings lead the Toros. They're back in front now by 6. After a really solid drive there, a couple 3rd and 4th down conversions. And Lamont finally hits his man in the back of the end zone. They're going to go for 2 here. And going out to the right side, and it's going to be thrown and caught. What a catch from Chain. And makes the grab. 2 points. Count it. That was you. Oh my god, I didn't even realize it was you. Ben, I didn't even realize that was you, bro. What the hell? That makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. That should have been apparent the entire time. That was funny. You made me laugh. When I all of a sudden see the message, I'm like, oh. Oh, that's bad. How's it going, Mod? Good to see you, my man. Welcome on in, buddy. So, Kelvin here on the right side return. Gonna get a good return here out about the 27. Well, Kelvin, of course, the 7-time champion, facing maybe the quarterback who's the second best, the heir to the throne, in Lamont here tonight. As Kelvin going to step up on the right side, and Kelvin now rolls out left, buys some time, and throws to the left side. It's going to be caught there about the 28, and the first down picked up. And it brings up, a first down and 15 from about the 28. As now the right side roll for Kelvin. Step up on the right side and going to get taken down by Joey. As maybe lost about a half a yard there. 2:41 to play in the third quarter. Second down 15, down by 8 or the Toros right now. Kelvin going on the right side, buying some time. Kelvin throws on the right. It's going to be caught there by, appears to be Soul Swings. Brings up now a third down and 3. Big 3rd and 3 here for the Toros. Currently an 8-point game. Kelvin trying to do what no one has done to Lamont since he did it back in season 30. Oh, thrown in the middle was caught for the touchdown. Soul snag in for the score. What it's trying to say is Kelvin trying to do what no one has done to Lamont since he did it himself back in season 37 in the OWC Championship game, and has beat Lamont prior to a Victory Bowl. As it's in. One second. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. Oh, sorry. Correcting Radiance there. He said the Firecats are going to the Victory Bowl for the 7th time. It's their 9th time. Gotta pull out the facts there. Going for the 9th time. Put respect on their name, bro. Right now it's a 1-point game, by the way. Vikings lead the Toros here. It's the left side roll for Lamont. Lamont now going to get sacked by Gottneck's loser. Big sack. Brings up now a 3rd down and 15. And maybe a chance to force them to punt here. So now a 3rd down and 15. Toros trying to force him off the field here. Lamont going out left. Has some time here. Buy some time. Lamont pressured back. Going left. In his own end zone. Has to be careful here. Throws. It is caught by Joey. Splitting open. And Kwanya will take him down. But not before he picks up a 1st down. And an easy conversion there. Joey just sneaks open. Lamont had just enough time. The pressure was getting in. But Lamont ice in the veins and finds his man down the middle there for the 1st down. 1:32 to play in the 3rd quarter here. It's a 1-point game right now. As here comes the snap down. Lamont going to the left side. Throws, caught by Ryu, and Ryu is in for the touchdown. And And the Vikings extend that lead, 35-28, 7-point lead with a minute 14 to play in the third quarter. So here we go now. It is going to be the throw to the left side, going to be intercepted. So it remains a 7-point game. And now the Vikings will kick it back to the Toros. So here we go. Waiting on in. It is going to be Kelvin to return it himself. Kelvin takes the return to the right side of the 15 to the 20. And Kelvin, only the same as a touchback, out to the 20. They'll bring out now the Toro offense. Here we go. 7-point game right now. Minute 9 to play in the third. Kelvin goes right. Pressured back. Going to the right side. And Kelvin now has some time here. Throws on the right side. Open is Raheem, but out of reach of the intended target. Just missed Raheem on the deep ball. Brings up now a second down. And about 15. The 20-yard line. They got to get to the 35 for a first down. 58 seconds to play in the third quarter. Kelvin takes a snap, goes out left, rolls out to the right side, gets some good blocks here from his center. Now the pressure's in from Subway as well as Tamables. Kelvin's got to be careful with his own corner of the end zone. Throws incomplete, just a throwaway more than anything. Gave his guy a slight chance of the ball, but brings up now a 3rd and 15 and a chance for the Vikings to force the punt here. 46 seconds to play in the third quarter. And Kelvin now takes a snap, goes to the left side, goes right now, and Kelvin is going to be forced back and throws to the left side, picked up by Keybinder, intercepted, intended for Raheem. A challenge is being called for by the Toros here. They're going to challenge for a lag warning on Joey. And if that gets called, that's going to be huge. They've won a couple of these challenges so far tonight, which have made huge differences in this game. They have another one that they can win in this game. It's been a laggy server tonight. Let's check the marker here. If that's the case, it's going to be coming back. Are challenging on the lag warning from Joey. And they're arguing that it's going to be that lag warning. If it's called, that's huge. Because then it goes to a 3rd down and 10, Toro football. And yes, it is going to be a 3rd and 10, Toro ball. Wow. Big challenge there. So 3rd down and 10 on a lag warning. That is called. That is huge. With 37 seconds. 3rd down and 10 now. 3rd and 10. Kelvin waiting on in the shotgun set. 37 seconds to play in the third quarter. And the Vikings look like they had the game-changing interception to get all the momentum. But now back to a 3rd down. Kelvin buys some time on the right side. Pressured back by Tamables as well as Subway. Rolling on the right side. Kelvin has to be careful. Throws down the middle. It's caught by Raheem at the midfield marker. First down. What a throw. Ice in the veins from Kelvin. And the first down is picked up. Raheem able to get open over the defender there. And a couple challenges here. They've challenged 2 or 3 calls tonight which have gone in their direction. They've won all of their challenges, and now Kelvin going to the right side, buying some time. Kelvin going out to the left, has some time here. He's going to throw to the left side. It's going to be a deep ball. It's going to be caught by Soul Snag. Touchdown. Soul Swings, rather. Touchdown for the Toros, and they make it a 1-point game with 6 seconds to play. Right now, this extra point here from Kelvin could tie the game, and it will do just that. 35 apiece with 6 seconds to play in the third quarter. Well, it looks like we're going in for an all-time classic finish in this one. Would you have expected anything else from Kelvin versus Lamont? I don't think you would have. Right now, 35 apiece here late in the third. Those of you just joining us, the two teams have been back and forth all night. No team has had a lead larger than 8 all night long, as this kickoff will be the last play of the third quarter, where Lamont will take over with good field position. One second. As Lamont going to get a gain about 3 yards. Sorry, I was reshouting the stream there. 3-yard gain on the run for Lamont. As it brings up now a second down and 12 with 4:47 to play in the fourth quarter. Game on the line here for Lamont as he waits on in. Trying to get back for the 8th straight season to the conference championship game. Something that's really never been done before. As Lamont now spinning out to the left side, buys some time, throws to the right side. It's going to be overthrown for Ryu. And brings up now a third down and 12. No punts, though. It is the fourth quarter. So a huge fourth down on the way here for the Vikings. Waits on in. Third and 12. Lamont waits on in. 4:26 to play in the fourth quarter. Lamont now waits on. A huge snap on the way here. Lamont to the right. Pressured back. Goes left. And Lamont now on the left side. Throws! Incomplete. A miscommunication with the intended target. It's not going to be an auto punt. It's the fourth quarter. But now it's going to be a 4th and 12. Chance for the Toros to get a huge defensive stop in the fourth quarter. Fourth down. Corey, the referee tonight, has a fourth down called up here. 4th and 12 with 4:18 to play. Rowing left side. Lamont going on back. Rowing left. Has some time. Pressure. Waiting on in. Lamont on the right. It's great pressure. It appears to be Iggy providing it. He's going to throw right side. It's open, caught by Keybinder. And again, they sneak someone open on these fourth down plays. This one's Keybinder. Down about the 23. The winner will meet the Twisters in the OWC Championship game, whether it be in this building or back in Houston. As, of course, the Battle of Texas here. Two Texas teams going head-to-head, San Antonio and Houston. As the left side throw is caught by Tamables inside the 20 to about the 23, gain of 5 yards, or excuse me, to the 17, gain of 5 yards. Ball sits now, second down and 10. Row to the left side, going to the right now is Lamont. And Lamont on the left side buys some time, goes out of the right, pressured back, throws right side, caught by Keybinder, touchdown, Vikings back in front. And yes, sir, he is showing up in the big stage here, looking sharp as ever. Keybinder with a touchdown. And the Vikings lead by 7. Well, Legacy Drive sits in the way of Kelvin here. Of course, Kelvin trailing by 7. He's done this so many times. Come back and won these types of games. It's a second nature for him at this point. By the way, guys, a reminder, if you guys haven't liked the stream or subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys please do so. We thank you guys so much for coming through here. As Kelvin on the return to the left side, and Kelvin now going to get taken down about the 24. And it brings up now First and 15. As now, Kelvin on the right side. Has some time. Going left. This game has lived up to the hype for sure there, Julian. Kelvin throws left side. It's a chance to get caught, but out of bounds, incomplete. Brings up now a second and 15. Of course, each play, the pressure mounts on Kelvin here. Down by. Throw to the left side, got by Raheem, and Raheem caught for a gain of 13. Of course, this play is, of course, huge. You could say massive is this play, like the low taper fade meme on a 3rd down and 2. I apologize that you guys had to hear that. As Kelvin now goes to the left side, and Kelvin down the left side, forwarding backwards. 3rd and 2 here. Kelvin now throws to the right side. Caught underneath by Superstition. The first down picked up to the 41. Kelvin moves the sticks. 2:33 to play. This is shaping up like it could be the last drive of the game. With 2:33 to play. As Kelvin now. Could be the last play before the 2-minute warning here. Kelvin rolls left. Has the angle there, not going to run it though. Kelvin now peeling back, pressured back on the left side. Throws, dangerous pass is caught for a first down and beyond the midfield marker. Should take us to the 2-minute warning here. And it should do that with 2:01 to play. 2 minutes left in the divisional round. Winner to take on the Twisters, whether it be in this building if the Vikings win or on the road if the Toros win. As this is crunch time in the 4th quarter of the divisional round OWC playoffs. Winner to take on the Twisters for a right to face the Firecats in Victory Bowl 44. Kelvin bleeds the clock inside of minute 40. Of course, it's going to come down to this clock management here. You do not want to get Lamont get the ball back. We've seen him drive down the field before with about like 13 seconds. He's someone who can do that. As now Kelvin going back to the left. Has some time. Pumps the throw. Kelvin waiting on in. Going right side. Kelvin under pressure. Throws to the left. It's going to be incomplete. And brings up now a 3rd and 10 with a minute 11 left to play. 3 timeouts for both sides. And a huge, huge play here. With a 3rd down and 10. Every play, the pressure mounts. Clock at a minute 11, but this 3rd down and 10 results in them needing at least 10 to move the sticks. Right side roll going left for Kelvin. Has to be careful here. Throws left side, incomplete, and a 4th down. It looked like a drop there on the outside left, and now a 4th down for Kelvin. This is huge. 35-42. The Vikings lead the Toros. Kelvin pumps the throw. No one's getting open here. He might have something up top. Down the middle, maybe Raheem sneaking open. Maybe not. The throw incomplete. And the Vikings take over. They want a lag warning. I don't think there is. I think that's just the chat going crazy here. And Raheem, who's been the guy to go to all night with 44 seconds, cannot make the grab. They'll run it up to 44 seconds. And Lamont gets the ball, chance to ice up the game here. I think you're going to see here, they're going to try to bring extra rushers. They got 3 timeouts. If you can stop them, you can get the ball back and a shot at a Hail Mary. So here we go. Not tonight, Dimer. DM me, man. I gotta talk to you a little bit, Dimer, if it's okay. And the right side roll down for Lamont here. Gonna throw down the left. It's gonna be caught here by Joey. And Joey to the 40 should be able to run off some clock here. Do you want to call for a lag warning on Joey there? If so, it would be coming back. It'd be a 1st down and 15. 1st down and 20, excuse me. Let's see. As now 1st and 15. There's no call And I think that should give it to the Vikings here. Yeah, DM me, man, because I gotta give you a word. It's a little bit unfortunate. Thank you, Timer. I appreciate that, man. I love you too, my man. All right, 1st and 15 here for the Vikings. Left side roll for Lamont. Rolling out to the left side. He's going to get spun down, and that should do it. I mean, timeout for the Toros. I don't know why they didn't call a timeout sooner with 9 seconds. I don't even know if they can get the ball back, even if they stop them here. I don't even think they can. I think that's GG's, man. That's crazy. 2nd and 10 now for Lamont. For the left side now going right. Lamont, as you're going to run out the clock here, GG's. Vikings going to win this game off the throw to Raheem, which was not able to connect. And because of that, the Vikings and Lamont, again, get back to the conference championship. Lamont, 8 seasons in a row in the conference championship game. Never been done before. Might never be done again. That is truly, truly unmatched in the history of the old football league. With that, we thank you guys so much for coming through here. The Vikings are going to win the game 42-35. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Peace. Love you guys very much. And again, I thank you so much for all the support.